morning, Stampers. Hello, welcome to the LovenStamps studio. I have a really cute project today. In fact, it starts with the word cutest, which, I mean, it's hard to dispute if that's what it's called. That's what it's called. But we're using the Cutest Cows stamp set today and the Cutest Cows Builder Punch. So these are really fun. There are some of my favorite things about stamping and card making. So I don't know if you don't have the same vibe as me. I get that maybe the Cutest Cows aren't your thing, but I'm gonna make a plug for them. So why are they so fabulous? Well, first of all, they have punny greetings. What's moo with you? Holy cow, milk it for all it's worth. Okay, do you see where I'm going with this? I absolutely love a pun. Plus, then there are some really sweet elements here. And one of the things that I know sometimes people get nervous about is coloring. And so I'm gonna show you the super quick, easy way to color these. And I'm gonna show you the super quick, easy way to punch all of the pieces at one time. So that's going to really speed up your process too. With that, that seems like a pretty good combination. We are going to feature, like I said, Cutest Cows, maybe I didn't say, Cutest Cows is on the last chance list. So it is a huge discount over what it was originally, which is a really great time to add it to your collection if you don't have it. And if you do have it, this is another idea of a way to use it. So we're going to combine it with some fun colors and so forth, some other things from last chance list. So I think with that, we should probably get started. Hey, Lori. Hey, Tanya, Terry, Sue. Good to see everybody. I'm going to switch my camera down and yeah, let's work on getting started here. So, okay, like I said, Cutest Cows, very fun stamp set, and the Builder Punch. So when you're shopping the last chance list, remember, you can use the link in the video description and it'll take you to the pieces that I'm recommending. But what you don't want to do is get the bundle, okay? Because the bundle pricing is not discounted for last chance. You want to get the stamp set and the punch separately because that's where the discount on the last chance is, okay? All right, so let's pull out some cardstock here. We have Retiring in colors of Copper Clay and Wild Wheat, and depending on when you're shopping, these may or may not still be available, but there are some other things that are on the last chance list from these color schemes, color families that you might want to grab. Like, I'm not using the In Color Designer Series paper today, but I went ahead and put it in the supplies in the video, the link in the video description and comments, because I wanted to make sure that you guys saw that those were a really great chance to grab some more things in these colors too. So, all right, so you might notice that I have these two cow stamps here, the ones that match the punch, both mounted on the punch at the same time. I'm going to show you how to do that. This is a trick that I use regularly with builder punches, and what it means is that I can punch both of those two pieces at one time. I don't have to punch, stamp one, punch one, stamp one, punch one. So the first thing to do this that you're going to need is a little mask. And so you just want to grab a piece of scrap paper. We'll just do this one right here. And this is a very small piece of scrap paper. You're basically making yourself a template, okay? Now I've seen, it had stuff stamped on the back, that's why there's a little image there. I've seen sometimes where people just sort of make a booklet of these for their builder punches and just have the templates all there all the time. I don't like keeping track of stuff that much, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make a new one every time. There's always a piece of scrap paper laying around somewhere, or something I made a mistake on or whatever. So, all right, so now what I'm gonna do once I have this template is go ahead and drop this in. And so I've got the stamp in there and I'm gonna kind of squish it around. There's a little, that's not my camera shaking, that's my hand. Little play in there as I get that kind of centered. Then I'm gonna drop my cow head, Cutest Cow head in there. And same thing, I'm just gonna kind of squish it around until I feel like it's nicely centered in there. Now here's the trick. What I'm gonna do now is go ahead and pick those both up with one block, okay? So now I know that when I go to stamp this on my crumb cake cardstock here with my Memento ink, they are going to stamp right next to each other in a way that means I can punch all at once. So let's see how we did. Okay. We're going to slide this in. Remember with the Stampin' Up! Punches, you're going to use those right upside down so that you can see what you're doing. And sure enough, see, they're all very nicely lined up there. Now, I find it easier to color before I punch, so I'm going to hold off on that, okay? So let's bring in some Stampin' blends. So this is the part where I said, I know some people are not huge fans of coloring, and so what I want to do is take a little bit of that mystery out of the coloring so that you can really easily feel like, oh, this is a stamp set I would totally use. Thanks, Betty. Betty's like, boom, mic drop right there, right? So I want you to feel like you can easily color this stamp. It is really simple. So I'm going to start off with a pink. I have Fleur de Flamingo here. And you'll notice that I really only have one of each of these markers here, Stampin' Blends, even though they come in pairs, because this is not a stamp that requires a lot of shading. And so I'm just going to make it easy for myself. All right, so I've got some pink there. I'm going to put a little pink under his ears, her ears. And then I'm going to give her cute pink cheeks, because that's how we know everything's cute, when it has those big pink kawaii cheeks. And then I'm going to take my crumb cake here, and I am going to just color just a couple things just to give it some highlights. There's a little mop of hair, these little sort of jelly bean cow speckles, speckles, I don't know, whatever. A little bit on the tail, and then some hooves. And that is all the coloring I'm going to do. So by putting this cow on crumb cake cardstock, we have a really, really simple time coloring it. We've added some extra character, but we do not have a complicated coloring, okay? The rest of these markers are going to come back in here shortly. All right, so here we go. Betty, you can say boom again if you want. We have our cow punch here ready to go. Now, if you are wondering about all these other little elements, one of them we're going to put to work for us right now. I have a little scrap of the wild wheat cardstock, and I'm going to punch this little horn piece here. I'm going to show you how it's really, really cleverly done. And then this is going to be his tail, and this is going to be his little mouth, muzzle. What do you call it on a cow? I don't know. Muzzle feels like dog, wolfy to me more. Anyway, his face, the little sticky outy part. Oh, thanks, Betty. So the other pieces here are, if you want to just go ahead and punch this cow and layer him with different color pieces, here we can do that. Let's go ahead. We'll punch a cow. I think I have one here from before. So this one is the one that we didn't stamp on the front of. And then let's say that, well, you know what? Actually, we're going to cover this up. So heck, we're going to use this because it's going to be part of our background here. I'm always saying you should use your paper wisely, right? We're going to use that later. But what I want is these little pieces. So now if I wanted to build our cow here and not have all of the stamping on it, I could build it as like just a paper piecing cow. So there's that, okay? And then we have, we've used those extra 3 little pieces there. So here's our paper piecing cow. Here's our stamped and colored cow. So you have lots of good choices here for making the most of this punch, okay? All right, so I promised you some tips on assembling our cow. As always, I like to go ahead and look on the front, line these up the way I want them, and then go ahead, hold them in place with a pinch, and then put a dimensional on the back at that intersection to hold those pieces in place. Now the same goes for these clever horns. Look, so we're gonna put this here kind of from the front. We're gonna get that placed. And then on the back, I'm gonna flip that over, and there's that convenient little loop there that makes it really easy to attach the dimensional and hold our cow. It is the cutest, isn't it? I mean, can you really say any different? Oh, hey, Nikki, hey, Bonnie. Okay, so what are we gonna do with our cutest cow? We're gonna make a little farm scene, because all of these little elements here are very fun way to build a background. Now, if you are a person who has kiddos in your life that you might have a chance to stamp with or craft with, I would say that one of the things that I find that kids really, really love is making scenes with stamps. So this is a kid stamping stamp set, not exclusively, but a great one, because this is a stamp set that kids can use to build a scene. a lot of times when you're working with young stampers, they're working kind of from their experience, right? And their experience is drawing pictures. They draw a house, they draw a tree next to it, they draw a car. And so this is a really great chance to give them a set of stamps that they can use in the same way. That is a format for making art that they're familiar with. So using something like this with them means that they're comfortable putting the stamps on paper and building the scene and then doing the coloring and so forth, okay? So keep that in mind when you're stamping with young folks. All right, so for our piece here, we're gonna do some stamping and we're gonna build our scene. So I'm gonna start off with these sunflowers because I love them, and you can imagine that these sunflowers here are kind of a inspiration for the rest of our project. So this is kind of where I got my colors from. And I saw them as, this is a kind of muted stamp set or muted color scheme. And then we have the rest of our colors designed to go with it. And then what's moo with you? Because that is, I mean, it's a pun, right? I'm all about that. Now we're gonna stamp on the inside of our card too. So I've got another piece of cardstock. These pieces are 3 inches by 4 inches, in case you were wondering. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stamp this little milk can here. And I'm not gonna put it too far into the corner because I wanna leave room for our little rooster friend. And he's gonna perch there on top of our milk can, okay? All right, so let's come back with our coloring now. So like I said, this is a really simple coloring with Stampin' Blends. Remember when you're using, I'll put the lid on so you can see it. Well, it's a little beat up, but you can see when you're using Stampin' Blends markers, you're going to use the Memento ink pad. So let's go. I'm gonna start with my wild wheat blend. And if you haven't gotten into Stampin' Blends yet, this is a really great time to give them a shot because you can get these Stampin' Blends at a discount. Wild wheat, copper clay, I know are in there. A number of blends from the retiring in colors at a discount. So it's a fun time to add some new colors to your collection. Now I'm going to go back with copper clay and layer over the center of these flowers. And then I'm going to go ahead with my old olive. I'm going to use my tip here. Actually, maybe I'm just going to go ahead and use the, is this old olive? It is old olive. I'm going to use my marker here. All right. Color our leaves. And then I'm going to show you, this stamp set doesn't happen to have like a little grass in it. So I'm going to show you my quick strategy for coloring our grass. All right, so I've got a lighter green. This is Lemon Lime Twist. It doesn't really fit into this scheme, but we're going to pull it together and I'm going to show you how. So I'm just going to do some like little vertical random lines here, okay? Which is really, really bright compared to everything else we've got. But now I'm going to bring in our olive again, and I'm going to give it some, just a little bit of, I'm going to give it just a little bit of extra to soften that green. And what it does is it really pulls that green out of the super bright spectrum and into the spectrum that fits with our cow, okay? So there we have our little what's moo with you. So I'm going to put one more dimensional in the back. I know, I'm going crazy. 3 dimensionals on one cow. Sorry, I'm teasing. I know we have dimensional big time users and dimensional less users, and usually I fall into the less category. All right, so we have our background here, which is going to be our wild wheat, and then I have a 4-inch by 5 1/4 inch piece of cardstock with a hole in it. This is going to be on the inside. Hey Leanne, hey Joan. Yeah, you get to decide whether this is a he cow or a she cow, whatever makes you happy. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to add some texture to this. And I love this Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. This one is a really great accessory to have on hand. And we're going to add to our cardstock here. So this is where I'm going to pop in, oh, I have some. I was working on a sneak peek piece here, so let's set that aside. And we're going to go ahead and put this in, but instead of putting it square, I'm going to put this in at a diagonal. So jaunty diagonal like this, and then we're going to run that through. Remember, when you're using 3D embossing folder like this, the thicker ones, you're going to use that number 4 specialty plate that comes with your die cut machine. Or you can order it separately if you have an older generation die cut machine that didn't have that. So All right, now we have our piece with our cow hole cut out. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pop this on. I really prefer using multi-purpose liquid glue when I'm working with 3D embossing folders because the glue really gets into the cracks there and means that you have a really tight bond between layers, so you're not gonna have things falling apart. So it doesn't grab instantly, so you're just gonna have to give it a second, and then we're gonna go ahead and place this on the front. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and glue it flat. And I'll show you why, because we're gonna add something to the front of this that has a little dimension. So, all right, so we're gonna pop this on here. And then on the inside of our card, we have a 3 by 4 inch layer and a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 inch layer. And we're gonna put these together for the inside of our card so that we have some fun accent inside our card. Now, if you are like clicking on the video description right now to go and pick up things from the last chance list before they're gone, you can't do it right now. So right at this moment, Stampin' Up! Is changing over to a new Stampin' Rewards system, which is really, really exciting. And I will tell you a little bit more about that. The big message, if you hear nothing else about the new Stampin' Rewards, it is this is the important thing. You must opt in, okay? You must opt in. You want to opt in for contact from me so that you can get LovenStamps Perks Points, which are just from me. And then you also want to opt into the Stampin Rewards program so that you can earn Stampin Rewards from Stampin' Up, okay? All right, so like I said, we're gonna add something to this. Other retiring in color items are these jute twines. And so I'm gonna pull this one here. Now, when you pull this off the roll, it is very, very twirly, pigtaily, okay? So there is a really simple trick to making this be less pigtaily and more straight. And that is gonna be basically you're going to pull and press those fibers straight. So I'm gonna squeeze between my fingernail and my finger, and I am squeezing and pulling that through. And so now we have, see that big change? Now we have a much easier piece to work with. If you feel like you missed a part, you could go back and do it again. But that compared to this, see here what we've done. Keep this in mind when you get twines like this that come on a roll, that you can straighten them out with that little trick. Okay, so we're gonna tie a bow. And then I'm gonna leave the tails just a little longer than I might otherwise, because it's cute, right? We're all about cute. But I really like to keep the bow loops pretty small for things. Usually when I get done with a bow and I'm like, it's not quite right, I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's because those little loops are too long, okay? Keeping those loops short is a much improved way to like be happier with your bows. Oh, I have some fun things to show you. I have like big mailbag today too, so I'll show you those things at the end. Hi Anna, thanks. All right, so we're gonna take this and pop it on. My favorite way to add dimensional ribbons like this is with mini glue dots, but I don't pick them off of the roll. I go ahead and I press my element, my twine or whatever, onto the dot and pick them up that way. And with a bow, you can get away with two, one under the middle and also one under the side there. So there's one right here and there's one under here, but they're both kind of holding everything together. And then we have our cute What's Moo With You card. Fun, right? I mean, who would not want to get this? I suppose, is there a term for cow phobia? If you had a phobia of cows, maybe you wouldn't want to get this, but otherwise, I'm pretty sure anyone would be happy to get this card. So you could even make a whole suite of them, and you could give them as a card gift set. Lots and lots of possibilities. But because we have that trick for assembling our punch pieces, and we have that trick for doing our coloring, it's really quick to color when everything's still on the paper before you punch. This is a relatively quick card to make, okay? All right. So what did I want to tell you about? I wanted to tell you a couple things. So first of all, today is the changeover to the new Stampin' Up! Stampin' Rewards. And after I tell you about this, I'm going to tell you about all the fun things that I got from this past weekend. I got to go to a big Stampin' Up! Event. So Stampin' Rewards, on every order over $20, you will earn a 10% Stamp Reward bonus. So no more do you have to have like $150 to get bonus with your order. It's all for every order over $20. Those points are tracked by Stampin Up, so you don't even have to track them. And they are available in your online shopping account. So when you go to the store and you say shopping with Meg, you're gonna see your account there and you log in, and it'll tell you how many points you've accumulated. You can use those the next time you place an order, which could be, I guess I don't know if they post like instantly, maybe like you can place another order right away. But anyway, certainly by the next day, and then you can redeem those rewards when you want, or you can save them and like splurge on something big. So I've also been getting questions about LovenStamps Perks Points, which have been a staple for me and my way to say thank you for supporting my Stampin' Up! Business over the past many years. And LovenStamps Perks Points will continue, so make sure you know that you're shopping with me. Make sure you opt in for Stampin Rewards from Stampin' Up! And opt in for contact from me, otherwise I can't see your order. Okay, if you look at the top of your banner and it doesn't say shopping with Meg, you're going to need to select me as your demonstrator so that you can get credit with me for those too. So, all right, other things to know. I just sent an email to my email subscriber. If you're not one of my email subscribers, anyone is welcome, whether you're a demonstrator or whatnot. Demonstrator, customer, stamper, never shopped before, you can sign up for my emails on my LovenStamps.com website. And I just sent an email with the announcement about 2 things coming up. One is the LovenStamps Paper Share, and that is a really special opportunity. They are super popular. I have many people who get the DSP Share, Designer Series Paper Share, from me, because not only does it include samples of all of the new annual catalog Designer Series papers, but it also includes the coordinating card bases. So you can easily take the Designer Series paper, fold it or cut it down to card size, take the matching card base, fold it in half, and you have a card really ready to just have a focal point added to it. It's a really great way to know that you're going to use the papers that you get. There's also an additional add-on if you're interested for best value embellishments, and you can add that to your share too. I don't think it's not in the video description yet. I forgot to add it. I will add the link for that if you're interested in the LovenStamps DSP Share. The other thing that's coming up is the Lovely Garden class that I'm doing. So this is going to be a virtual class here on LovenStamps Facebook page, and I'll post it on YouTube too afterwards. But there is a kit to go with this. And the great thing about getting this kit is that it is basically a half price of getting all of these things. You're going to get instead of buying a whole package of Designer Series paper, you're going to get half a package. Instead of getting a whole package of the greetings for all ephemera, you're going to get a half a package. Same, you're going to get customized cardstock selection. Some of the technique things is it's going to be a very technique-heavy class. We're going to use masking paper. We're going to use watercolor paper. We're going to use blending brushes. We're going to use Stampin' Spritzers. So all those consumables are included here, even the twine embellishments and the sticker embellishments. So, oh, thanks, Lori. Lori says she loves the card share and the embellishments. So, so if you haven't signed up for Lovely Garden yet, that I also will add to the video description. This is a quick warning, so that you can sign up for this. You can wait if you want to just get the PDF tutorials for those cards later. I don't have it available, but it'll be available the week of the class. If you get the kit though, then you're going to have the tutorials are included for free, and you're basically paying for just the product share that goes along with that. So you're going to want to sign up for the Lovely Garden Sweet Escape is what that's called. You can also add on the Thankful Garden stamps and dies and masks if you don't already have them, and you can add those on at a discount as part of that class bonus. So, all right, let's see. Oh, Margaret says she missed me on Saturday, but I missed meeting you on Saturday, but you did. Thank you, Margaret. A fantastic presentation. Yeah, it was fun to meet so many stampers this past weekend. So, okay, I think that is those pieces. So now do you want to hear about my weekend? Saturday, Stampin' Up, Shannon West, she is our sort of regional demonstrator development manager, and she had in Peoria, Illinois, a really fun day-long event that was filled with stamping presentations, new product. I'll give you a sneak peek. The chance to gather with other stampers, do some crafting together. It was just a really fun day. And so I'm going to switch my camera down because I wanted to share some of the fun things. We'll just scoot all this stuff out of the way. I wanted to share some of the fun things that I got this weekend. So first of all, here's my name tag. We had to make our own name tag for the event, which is cute. So I actually took an old Stampin' Up name tag, and then this is from the Last Chance list, also this Let's Wander stamp set, and Wander Where the Wi-Fi is Weak. Is very much me, so that was my name tag. And then I have a bunch of things that I got from different stampers. So this is from my friend Laura. She actually got to stay for the shoebox swap. And so these pieces she gave me one of her packets, which was super kind. And these pieces all go together to make a really fun card. So I'm gonna have to make that. But I thought you'd like to see it. So shoebox swaps are a thing that demonstrators do often, where you prep all of the pieces for something, and then you go and you leave them in a box on the table, and then you go around and you make everyone else's cards, and people can make yours and so forth. So it's really, really fun. All right. I have some card swaps. This is what made me think of it. This is from my friend Linda Yearsley, and she made these little scissor charms here. So it has my name on it, if you can focus there. And I love this corrugated background here, so really pretty card there. This is by fabulous Sandy Jacobson, and Sandy used an upcoming stamp set. This is the Sips and Cheers and Sips. I always forget. Hold on. I have it here because I was just working on something. It's Celebratory Sips is the name of the DSP. There's a little sneak peek of it if you haven't seen that yet. And so she did a really cool background there with the shine from Wink of Stella on there. So cheers. I have a card from Luann, and this is, I love this spotlighting that Luann added here with this masked background, and it's a little just sponged, or probably blending brushes actually, but really pretty with the coloring and the soft colors, and then that soft vanilla background goes beautifully with it. There's a card from the fabulous Laura Bartow, who I've known for many, many, many years as a Stampin' Up friend, and I love what Laura did here with her hydrangea. So this is just another reminder that you will want to be part of the Lovely Garden, Thankful Garden, Sweet Escape. This is definitely a card that you could make with the pieces actually from the suggested kit. So wow, yeah, this is a really good one. I kind of like this one. So anyway, nice card from Laura. This is a card from Chris Pazzi, and I really love this one. I love the way Chris put the black and white and the tulips and so forth together here. So this is nicely watercolored, and then it has a fun sort of reverse fold there. So it actually has two different places where you could add messages on here. So I really like this. Betty said, what was the drink in the card class painted from, or DSP? It was painted on watercolor paper. Let me bring that back. And I'll take it out of the plastic so you can see it. It's painted on watercolor paper. There we go. And it is just a really, really beautiful job of the watercoloring with the peach pie, and then that pink is, what is that? I think it's Flirty Flamingo, actually. I was thinking it was in the new Strawberry Slush, but it's not. And so that's just a watercolor background there with a little watercolor ombre. So that's freehand. And then stamped, and just a little bit of watercolor mix up there for that little sprig of mint or whatnot. So really pretty, right? And then little sequins, little understated sequins. So, and then if you, the little splatter in the background, my friend Lindsay would be proud of that. So, all right. I know it's really pretty, right? Okay, and then I also have this to show you. This is one of the upcoming stamp sets. So like Margaret said, I got to be one of the presenters at this meeting. And so I talked a little bit about using templates, and you're going to hear more from me about that when I do my catalog kickoff at the beginning of May, on May 6th. And so I'm going to show you all of those projects that I used for that demonstrator event. I'm going to show on May 6th, so watch out for those. And then, so Shannon gave us a little treat. I got to present with my friend Julie Davison and Mary Ellen Stites, and we had a good time working together. But this is an upcoming stamp set from the new catalog, Inspiring Imperfections. It's from the Kintsugi Sweet Collection, and they are just beautiful. The papers are gorgeous, everything about it. So excited to have that. And then here is the card that Shannon made for us. So you make me feel like glitter in the sun. I still love that greeting so much. All right, are you guys ready to see the other sneak peek of new product that we got? So the other sneak peek of new product is a kit that came in, comes out on May 6th. So this one's not really available for demonstrator or pre-order yet, but we're excited to have a chance to work with it. Oh, Lori says she wished we could get that early. I know, it's really a pretty one, right? Okay, so regular Stampin' Up kit, box size, everything comes in here. And, oh no, this isn't the right one. Okay, well, you'll have to wait for that one. This is the one that I wanted to show you because this is the Scenic Travel Route Journal Kit. So this is actually one that I wanted to highlight because I just ordered it from the last chance list. I hadn't had it before, but I'm so excited about it. If you have fun adventures planned for this summer or any time coming up, where's my scissors? I think that this thing is ridiculously amazing. So it used to be $22, which is actually a great price. It's like $13 now, which is, I mean, you really can't beat it because it includes a ton of stuff. So we have here a whole mess of, what are these? Oh, they're like fold out pages. Okay. Oh, I'm really close here. Let me go back. Okay, so these are like fold out pages. These are here, look at the stack of these. This is all of the stickers and pockets and strips and die cuts and elements and, oh, there's alphabet stickers in here. There are more rounds of these. Some of these are in not English. So if you're going to Germany or France, you'll be in great shape. There's all the numbers. But here's the version that is in English. And so these are basically like a whole mess of elements that you can use to add to your project. Okay. So here is the journal itself. It comes like this. Oh, there's a, I don't know, I guess if you have somebody who has the letter E in their name, you'd be in good shape. But the journal is going to stick in here like this. And then it's going to show you here in the directions kind of how to put this together. So you have the chance to add all of these little fold out elements, and then they're going to hook into the pieces of your, the bands that are in your book. So let's look at how that works. You're going to take this as a folder, and then you have all of these pages that you can hook in like this. So we're going to put all those pockets in from those element pages and then slide these under, and then these fit here like this. So they're going to hook into your book. Okay. So lots of cool possibilities for those. And it kind of shows you how to do that in the directions. And it even gives you like layout ideas for kind of how to put those pieces together. Don't forget to decorate the front and so forth. So lots of fun options for putting these in here. So, okay. So anyway, it's a really, really outstanding bargain. So if you have fun things coming up, grab yourself a travel journal and do a really quick travel journal. It even comes with a whole roll of tear tape. So really easy to just kind of put everything in here and carry it along as you go. So, all right. But the one that I really wanted to show you, okay, here we go. This one is the sneak peek. And let's see. Oh, Betty said that the kit would be fantastic for teens. Yes, totally. I love giving things like that as a gift, especially, you know, as people are kind of headed out or whatever. I don't know about you, but I find that I don't remember the details the same way that I always thought I would when I was in the middle of things. Not that I'm like getting older or anything. But I do like to kind of remind my kiddos and you know, other situations and stuff and be like, hey, you know, write stuff down because you might not remember the details. You'll be really glad you have them later. So, all right, so here is the new kit. It's called the Share a Smile Kit, and this kit will share smiles. It is one of those things that when you look at it on the website, you're going to think, okay, whatever. But then you're going to go, oh no, that's the kit that Meg showed us, and it was really darling. So here is the front directions paper. It makes 8 cards and a card gift box that all go together. And this one is going to be May 6th. So usually I don't show you stuff so early, but I couldn't resist because this was a fun treat from this weekend. So these are the cards. It shows you even where to put the dimensionals, what elements and so forth come together to do them. And then here is sort of the beginnings here of where all those things go. So here is one of the cards. So you can see these really fun sunshine printed envelopes, and they're printed on both sides. And then here is the card here with the elements. And these You Make Me Smile hearts, they're glossy. I'm not sure if you can see that on there, but they are die cut, so you just punch them out of the sheet, but they are glossy, and so they have that little extra fun flash to them. So, all right. Okay, so there is the sort of pre-reveal on that Share a Smile kit. When this one comes out, I think it's going to be really popular. All right, I also have, we won't look at the bottom of this box of fabulous truffles that my friend Laura gave to me, because those might be gone. And then I got mailbag from my friend Missy. We have our Stampin' Up trip coming up to Disney, and so Missy made this cute little sewing pouch here, sewn pouch here with the really fun colors and so forth on it, and a little treat for me. So I missed Missy at the Stampin' Up conference on stage event. So, and then here's little wallet that she made. So really cute. Anyway, so then the last thing here is this Storybook Friends project, and so I wanted to share this one. Missy is a really talented stamper, and she created this little tea bag book. So basically, it's a little foldy pouch. This is a hint that I wanted to share with you. Look at how she put the ribbon right through this Storybook Friends frame. This bundle was my feature in March, so I know a lot of you guys have this and are looking for different ideas. But I love how Missy fed the ribbon through there. It's such a clever idea. And then on the inside, we have the folded cardstock and then little tea bags with sort of Beatrice Potter looking characters. So I'm super impressed that Missy found those. But this is actually a really simple thing to do. If you look at it, it's a rectangle of cardstock with a score down here so that you can fold up, and then with a double score line right in the center so that it's like a little book binding, so that it has a little thickness so that the tea bags sit in there. So you can make this in any size to really make the most of that. Here, I'll give you Missy's measurements because she's done some really cool sorting there. Let's see. I need that ruler. Let's see, Jody, where's Jody's ruler? Okay, well, I don't know where the rulers are, but fortunately I have a piece of Stampin' Up grid paper, so we can use this. So this is, let's start on the 0, 6.5 inches wide. Okay, so Missy's project 6.5 inches wide, and then it is 5.5 inches tall. And she scored it at 1 3/4 inch from the bottom to make that flat fold there, and it's scored at 3 1/8 and 3 3/8 to make the dimensional spine here. So you probably could also score it directly in half, but it is really cute there. So basically, to do the scoring in for the half point, what I would do is look for the halfway and then score an 1/8 inch on either side. So if it's 6.5 inches wide, then 3 1/4 would be the middle, and I just score to the left and to the right of 3 1/4. So easier than writing all those 3/8 stuff like that. So yeah, really, really cute project. So yay, it's been a fun mailbag, but mostly getting together with so many fun stampers and getting to meet so many people. I was so happy to get to chat with some people who are like, oh yeah, I watched Maker Mornings with Meg. So that was really fun to catch up with some demonstrator friends too. If you are interested in being a demonstrator and having the chance to come to things like that coming up, there might be, I'm not going to say anything else. Anyway, never mind. We're just going to let that go because I don't know what's going on there. But yes, there's always a good reason to become a demonstrator. The starter kit is a really great deal. So, and lots of perks for going to things like this event and other things. We have some fun on stage is coming up in Long Beach next in the fall. Anyway, all kinds of good things. So anyway, oh, you're welcome, Sharon. Okay, everybody. Well, Well, that is me for this episode of Maker Mories with Meg. Thank you for bearing with me. I know we had a lot of fun extras to talk about today, and I will look forward to sharing a whole bunch of the sort of sneak peek projects that I still have coming up. And I will be back on Thursday with another episode of Maker Mories with Meg. Give me a minute. If you're watching the live, I will put the links for the DSP share and the Thankful Garden Lovely Garden Sweet Escape in the video description so that you can grab those too. And let me know if you have any questions. So thanks everybody. Have a great day and happy stamping.